Hello, my talented artists. If you like this content, subscribe. All right, artists, we're gonna get out our bamboo brushes again. We're gonna learn some really nifty brush painting techniques. I'm starting with two different watercolor pads, a bamboo brush, which we always use for our brush painting, water, and a piece of paper. The very first thing that I want you to do is write your name. I'm going to go slow and low. That is the tempo. If I want to be neat, I gotta go slow. If you write legibly, then we will know who this artwork belongs to. Then I want you to flip your paper over. Of course, we know that watercolor needs dun 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 dun. That's right, water. Water activates the pigment. I don't need too much water, so I am going to press my brush a little bit against the side of the bowl. And then I'm going to rub. Now it's hard to do it when it's just moving around like that. Ah! I highly recommend holding it. Rub. So I want you to dip your brush gently into the water, let it drop, squeeze out against the side, or you can let it just drop, and start activating the color by rubbing it in only one of your watercolor pads. Don't paint on your paper yet, just keep rubbing. When you think that it is nice and dark, I want you to try twirling. How can we show you twirling? So I'm rolling my brush a little bit. You guys can hold it pressed down on the table, that's easier. The reason why I twirl it is to make a nice point on my brush, a nice tip. So I also don't want any drips, so I'm going to gently brush it off. When you're done twirling, set your loaded paintbrush on the table. I know it has paint on it. That's okay. Get ready to watch. It's time to stop and watch. Stop and watch. Put your brushes down. It's time to stop and watch. Smile or frown. Just stop. Watch, learn something new. Come on, my friends, you know what to do. The technique I'm going to show you is the stamping technique. We aim our bamboo brush at our paper like an arrow, and we press it down all the way, and then we lift it up. Don't do it yet. Just watch. I am going to show you how to use the stamping method to make a flower. So we're going to turn our paper and stamp next to our first mark. We can call it a petal now because we know that's what it is. Stamp, but leave a little white space. Notice how the point is always pointing into the center and that I am leaving the center white. I think only one petal will fit there. After this one, I need more paint. I'm gonna get a little more, just a little more. I'm not gonna put it in the water. And the reason why I'm not putting it in the water is that I want my color to be dark. Press, and I think there's room for one more. It is almost your turn. You're being very patient.
Press. Now I made one flower. I want you to try making a flower now. Try making a flower. Try making a flower. I'm gonna make one too. While you make your flower, I'm going to press. I'm gonna find another place. Where do I want my other purple flower? Maybe in the corner. Remember, marks can go off the paper. So I think this flower might be going off. I don't know, maybe not. I can't decide. Maybe it will. Goes a little bit off. And now this time I'm gonna do it a little differently. You guys can keep working. You can look up if you feel like it. I'm gonna do my petals opposite each other.
If you finish one flower, make another.
I like it. I'm still trying to leave a nice white space in the middle. Now you might notice that this is kind of curved and it has some little flares off the petal. That actually looks real, because if you can remember the last time you were looking at a petal, you might remember that petals might have a little nibble on them from some kind of little bug that likes to eat petals. And petals are not exactly precise. They grow all different ways. Now I'm going to do a petal opposite. So far, all my tips, my petals, the tip part is pointing in. You can also make the tip part pointing out. Now I'm going to fill in my space. One petal in each space. Ooh, I made that go in a little bit too far to the center. But you know what? You'll notice that it doesn't have to be precise to be beautiful or for you to like it. And it's also okay if you don't like your artwork. Sometimes it's just about making something, the process. All right.
We are going to pause for one moment to learn something new. So, friends, it's time to stop and watch. Stop and watch. Put your brushes down. It's time to stop and watch. Smile or frown. Just stop, watch, learn something new. Come on, my friends, you know what to do.
Now I'm going to show you something very cool. And that is, we are going to have two colors on our paintbrush. We're going to load it with two colors. The first thing I want to do is activate this red. This red, I don't really want to put the purple in it right now. So I'm going to wash my brush. And when we wash our brushes, we want to do it gently. We want to sweep, sweep, sweep like little mice. Or, well, mice don't live underwater, so goldfish.
Pick up your brushes again, and it is time to clean them. We are going to sweep like little goldfish in our bowl very gently. Wait a minute, that's an octopus with a mop, not a goldfish with a broom.
We're going to gently sweep out that purple. Sweep, sweep. I'm a little goldfish, sweeping the bottle. Not bottle, bottom. Goofy Miss Karen's. Sweeping the bottom of my bowl. I like it to be neat. I like it to be sweet. I like to sweep my little bowl. Okay, let's see if it's clean. And the way to test if it's clean is first we can press out. We don't need all that water. So press out some water on the side of your bowl. And then we're going to just make a mark. And if it's just water, that means that you've cleaned it. I think I might need a little bit more water, one little dip, and press out one drop And now it's time to rub the red.
You rub whatever your second color is.
But I told you we're going to load our paintbrush with 2 colors. So now I'm going to take my other activated color and I'm just going to put the tip in. So be very careful. I'm just going to twirl, 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 twirl the tip. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, Miss Garens, I'm getting my other paint very messy. Red is going into purple, or whatever colors you're using. And I will tell you, it's okay. Don't worry. Okay, so now I have 2 different colors in my paintbrush. Let's make another flower. I'm going to give myself some room here. And I am going to press. Ooh, pretty. Do you guys see? 2-tone. Goes from purple to red. I love it. Now I'm going to go opposite. Go ahead and try it. Okay, I'm going to wash my paintbrush carefully.
Because I need to reload my paintbrush with 2 colors to keep painting.
And then gently press against the side of the bowl. All right, so we started with red. We got to do the same method if we're not done with this flower. So we're going to add a little bit of water and twirl, twirl, twirl so we get lots of red pigment on this paint. You don't need to lift it up. I'm lifting it so that you can see it a little bit better. Twirling. Okay, now I'm going to press out some of the water and paint, and I'm just going to do the tip. I highly recommend just keeping it on your table. I'm holding it up so that you guys can see. And I'm just going to do the tip. Rub, rub, rub. There should already be some activated paint in there. Okay. I also don't want it to drip, so I press a little bit. Wipe my fingers. Okay, time for more petals. Stamp. Well, that looks different because it's a little bit more watery, but that's okay. Because I've spaced out my petals, so if they're a little different, they will alternate. I think it's just a little more water, so the tip is not as pointy. Maybe I'll add a little bit more purple to my tip. Always pay attention. Be a detective as you're working, and then you can make little adjustments, like adding paint when you need it, washing your brush when you need it, turning your paper. I guess I don't need more paint. Let's do this last. Pretty. Yay, that looks really, really pretty.
Now you're going to have some class time to experiment with your new brush painting technique of stamping petals to make flowers. Let's see what you can do.
because I'm just going to press the tip down and make a small flower. And I have a small space right here, so I'm going to use that space. I'm going to press just halfway down. Press, lift. Press, lift. Press, lift. Sometimes on flowers, some of the petals are larger than others, like in violets or pansies. There's all different kinds. So you can make little flowers too. I like, if you're doing a little flower, I like to do a grouping of 3 or more. I think that looks nice. So I'm going to do 3 of these little flowers. I hope you enjoyed using your brush painting techniques to make flowers. Remember to be a big helper and always be a big part of the cleanup team.